Today, we want to introduce the February 28 incidents. The February 28 incident was an incident that occurred in Taiwan from February 27 to May 16, 1947. On February 27, 1947, due to the improper uses of public power by the monopoly barrier investigator in Taipei City to investigate smuggled cigarettes, civilians were killed and injured. And next day of petitioning protests resulted in casualties. In addition, the masses of Taiwan rebelled against the governments on a large scale and captured the government's offices. The people of the province retaliated and attacked the people of other provinces. The national governments of the Republic of China dispatched troops to arrest, suppress, and kill the Taiwan people. The lead of the whole incident was a case of banning illicit cigarettes. In the afternoon of February 27, 1947, in front of a tea shop in Danshui, an anti-smuggler seized a widow selling illicit cigarettes. One of the investigators hit the widow on the head with a pistol, and she was unconscious on the spot. The crowd rushed to see the uneven road, and another investigator, seeking self-protection, fired at the people who were in hot pursuit. The next day a large number of people went to the police station and the gendarmerie in furious anger to demand punishment of the perpetrators. But they were returned. The situation has fueled fire, and people riots have quickly spread throughout Taiwan. In order to resolve the incidents, the Taipei City Council held an emergency meeting on February 28th. The speaker went to the office to discuss countermeasures with Chen Yi, expressing the hope that criminals would be severely dealt with, and military police would be prohibited from shooting. However, on March 1st, heavy soldiers and guns were still everywhere on the streets. Speaker Huang asked to see Chen Yi, and was granted permission to from February 28 incident handling committed. Chen Yi promised to lift the martial law, release the citizen, regardless of the provincial status, and establish the civil generation. After many important meetings, he has become a political reform group with elites. However, Chen Yi was displeased the demands and the Taiwanese served as a director of various associations, election of county and city mayors, and freedoms of speech. He called Zhang Zhongzhen, who was in Nanjing at that time, in private to request troops, which caused a bloody massacre in the future. According to Chen Yi, he called Zhang Zhongzhen twice, but Zhang Zhongzhen believed that the matter was not serious. However, the chief of staff stated that Chen Yi had asked Zhang Zhongzhen to send the National Army to Taiwan on the 2nd. Chen Yi's secretaries at that time pointed out that the chief of staff actually asked Chen Yi for instruction on how to deal with in March 1st, and then asked Chen Yi to use force. Chen Yi had to generate electricity to Zhang Zhongzhen, and got his permission at night, and demanding to kill without exception. Before the troops were dispatched, there were been kind advice from many civilian groups and embassies. But on the afternoon of March 8th, tragedy finally happened. Soldiers came ashore from Geelong and Kaohsiung port indiscriminately, shoot innocent people with guns and tortured in various ways. In addition, in order to consolidate the ruling foundation, the army completely cut off the elite gentry from various places after landing, and Jia is not immune. When the Jia senator, the Panther, the Jia Three People's principal youth leader and the three city councillors crashed at the airport. They were trusted by the council to go to the peace talk. In the end, he was arrested and executed at the Jiayi railway station.
The Chinese army landed on March 8 and began the 2-month-long armed operation. The 228 incident Simon Committee was announced illegal, and members of the committee were arrested one by one. Compared to the secret execution of a list in the news, the fevers on rebelling in the south was faced with public execution. There was much more extreme. For example, artist Chen Zhenpo was murdered in front of the Chai train station right at midday. Trust continued resident tracks and arresting suspects, citizens causing local people to toss and turn in line. Writers, artists, teachers, engineers, doctors, lawyers, reporters, performers, they will all locate the blacklist. Therefore, after the 228 incident, there was a huge gap in Taiwanese social entities. To Taiwanese people nowadays, the tragedy isn't just a criminal incident that only affects their instance in damage committee to us this day. After the 228 incident, the rulers unilaterally defined it as a revolt, a riot. The negate the public wish for the reformation and instinct turned into a authoritarian government to select public opinion. Returns families the 那个帮我切换下一张。Returns families the Indian people have no choice but remain silent. In the 90s, Taiwan called the West the Democratic Reformation, and today was family not considered Taiwan anymore. It was a mere day, and government approached by many ministries of the incident remain unsolved. Where did the missing people go? Who actually were the perpetrators? Today, truth implications of the 228 incident are still ongoing. Thank you for listening.